Hi there, good evening and welcome to the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. My name is Andrew Gus, joining you here live from Columbus, Ohio at the Ohio Chiller North Complex, just a little north of Columbus and downtown the city. Tonight here we have behind me the matchup between the Indiana Hoosiers and the Michigan Wolverines in the TSCHL Round 1 playoffs. Should be a great contest. We got the Wolverines coming in at 17-13 on the year, 7-1-5 on the year, coached by Ryan Brown in his 5th season. And the Hoosiers, 19-10 on the year, 8-0-5 in the TSCHL, and coached by Andrew Weiss. In net for the Michigan Wolverines, they've got Grant Newhart. He is 3-0 on the year. He's got 2.36 goals against average and a 92.8 save percentage. The Hoosiers are sending in Sammy Billis. He's 13-5 on the year with a 3.45 goals against average and a 90.2 save percentage. A few key players to look out for. For the Wolverines, Brock Huber. He's the team leading goal scorer. He's got 14. Fisher Matthews, the captain, a big, strong guy that you know he's had experience in the playoffs in situations just like this. He'll be there to lead his team, as well as Nick Azarovitz, as they call him, Azar, and an ACHA player. Apparently he loves hearing about that, so I don't know, but that's all we can say for that. And Will Jarami, one of the team assistant captains. Obviously last year he had a great run in the playoffs, a great finishing part to the end of the season here, and he's hoping to carry it into the playoffs as well. Ethan DiLorenzo, he had a great last weekend coming in here to the playoffs, scored about 4 goals, 3 assists, and was just buzzing up and down the ice. We're hoping to see that tonight, as well as Sammy Billis in net. We know the Hoosiers' offense starts from their defense, so helping out not only Billis but the defenders and getting the puck out of their own zone, they'll be in great shape. To look around at the league and all the other games here going on in the TSCHL playoffs, a rink over from us, Miami and Ohio State are tied at 1 with about 5 minutes left to go in the first period. We've got puck drop here, and then after these 2 games, Ohio and Louisville play at 4:45, and Kentucky and Bowling Green play at 7:30. This should be a great contest, and as the Hoosiers, who won last year's TSHL playoffs, are going to have to really battle here this weekend to try to hold their title. That's all I've got for you right now. I'll send it back to Sam Weixler and Garrett Drake, and we'll have puck drop in just a few minutes. Just a friendly reminder, you're watching hockey at Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network.
The regular season has come and gone, and now a new challenge awaits both of these sides. Here in the outskirts of Columbus, Ohio, for the Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League Tournament. The 2023 T playoffs are upon us here at the Ohio Health Chiller North. And right in front of us on rink 3, it's the Michigan Wolverines, second in the North, against the Indiana Hoosiers, the reigning champions of the TSCHL playoffs, ranked third in the South region. Alongside Garrett Drake, I'm Sam Weixler. And gee, we got an exciting game here in the first round in a rematch that we were expecting to see a few weekends ago.
Absolutely. These teams only got to play one time during the regular season, Wex, and that game went to Michigan. Looks like we got the starting lineups coming our way on the ice here.
Well, we will leave it for the public address announcer at ice level to give us the starting lineups.
And at center, Andrew Chambers. Standing in net, number 30, Sandy Lewis. And for the home team, Michigan Wolverines. At lefty, number 6, Fisher Matthews. At right D, Avella Cohen. Left wing, Brock Huber. Center, Ben Forster. And at right wing, number 77, Sebastian Coleman. And standing in net for the Wolverines, number 30, Grant Newhart. Now, please rise and leave your hands for the national anthem. Let's play some hockey.
Rink 3 of the Chiller here in the outskirts of Columbus, Ohio. The Michigan Wolverines coming in ranked second in the North, only behind Ohio after some shakeups in the standings in the North prior to the start of this tournament. Garrett, we learned just before arriving here that Ohio State and Bowling Green had actually swapped spots because of some schedule changes and some ineligible players. So the bracket has changed a little bit from where it was last weekend, but nonetheless, this matchup stays the same.
Yeah, absolutely. Indiana knew what was coming their way. They were going to have a 2:30 start ever since last weekend, and they had a whole week to prepare for the Wolverines as likewise.
For the Michigan Wolverines, the starting netminder in the cage is number 30, Grant Newhart. Had a strong year and was the netminder that Indiana saw last time these two faced off. His last appearance overall was a 5-4 win against the Kentucky side on the 3rd of February. For Indiana, it's the always present Sammy Billis. Indiana in their red sweaters from right to left, and the Michigan Wolverines in maize sweaters with blue bottoms from left to right on your radio dial. Underway here in Columbus. Indiana already on the attack. Michele sends one through, back behind the cage and scooped up by Avello. Cohen, one of the newer players and youngest guys on the team for Michigan, did not play for much of the first half because he was underage, and finally did just have his 18th birthday, making him eligible for college hockey.
We got the speakers right above us, Wex. It's getting noisy in here.
I'm going to lose an eardrum before this one's over, Garrett. Little fun fact, Cohen, number 20 for the Wolverines, was actually the one running some of their broadcasts until he turned of age. Huber has it. His shot gets lofted and bounces against the glass. Right in front, Billis pokes it away. And it's handled by DiLorenzo, who punches it across the center line. Manas Sharma plays it across in front of the scorer's table. Indiana bunches it up and then plays it around. DiLorenzo with some pace. Scoops it up in no man's land. And then it's chucked up into the air and flops down onto the lap of Jack Glenn. He moves in, sharp angled shot. Pushed aside easily by Billis. Into the corner on the near side now. Wrapping around, one-timer. Pushed back, Vanderoost plays it the length of the blue line. And it toilet bowls from the near side to far. Vanderoost through traffic, deflected. Awful hard to see right now, Garrett, with the linesman standing right in our vantage point here on the small rink.
Yeah, we're right over the ice, too. Front row. Best seats we've had all year.
Bunch of snow gets popped up onto the windowsill as it's a jam job for the puck.
Best seats from a fan's perspective, I should say.
There you go, Garrett. Lofted into the air. Big swing and a miss from Myers. He played here plenty of times in his youth as a member of the Blue Jackets youth program. 2 minutes have elapsed here in the first frame. Puck zipped over toward McDonald. He smacks it down into his own control in front of the Michigan bench. Quick shot. High over the bar and into the corner on the near side. Dug out quickly and then back into the trapezoid. McDonald dumps it off for Slavin, who didn't get there in time. Thrown across the center circle. Charging in, Pizzatello, a backhander. Nearly forced Billis to make a save. Pizzatello had 2 goals the last time these two sides met. A 7-4 victory for the Wolverines was the result. And Garrett, we knew from just being at the arena on the following afternoon on Saturday that both sides were rearing and ready to go.
Absolutely, and early on in this one, Wex, not very physical, 0 hits on both sides. That's something we haven't seen from Indiana all year.
So unlike other sides that Indiana has played here in the TSCHL, these two teams did meet before Indiana joined the T. And until 2019, it was 8-0 in favor of Michigan, the all-time series. Indiana finally got a win in overtime in 2019, but the series still stands in favor of the Wolverines quite heavily.
Of course, they had that spectacular performance at Yost last year as well.
A comeback victory of epic proportions. 6-5 comeback with 5 straight goals for Indiana in the second and third. And Garrett, I remember talking about how jealous I was that you got to call all those goals on the broadcast in the second period.
Yeah, the second period was magical last season, it seemed like.
Indiana can't control the zone. O'Flaherty back this weekend after missing last weekend. Tries to keep the zone, and Offenbach kicks it across the blue line yet again. Flop shot right in front of the Indiana bench as both sides get a change. 16 minutes and 40 seconds to play here in the first. And the linesman on the near side has his hand up.
It's going to be an icing against Michigan here, so bring it all the way down into the Wolverine zone. Hopefully Indiana can get the win in the faceoff dot. It's going to be Andrew Chambers. Very high percentage on the season.
He and Adam Offenbach, guys that have the highest win percentage at the dot this year. And if you believe Offenbach, he says it's close to 60%, Garrett.
I believe it for sure.
Pushing forward is Culver. Little toe drag, moving in by himself, shoots. Kick saved by Billis, and it careens into the corner on the far side. Warner swings his stick wildly, and it ends up right in the lap of Vin Larson. Vinny Larson, one of the team presidents for Michigan. A lot of age and experience on this team for UM. Michele unable to push it into the zone, and the Wolverines backtrack. D-to-D pass. There's Azarovitz. According to his teammates, they call him Azar or just Czar. And we were not told a correct pronunciation as far as his parents, Garrett.
Yeah, they said they've heard it all. Just say whatever.
Shot misses the target. Centering pass right by Billis. He has to fall on top of it, and some pushing and shoving ensue. We've played 4 1/4 minutes here in the first. No score. Donuts and goose eggs up on the big board. Both of these sides have had issues with power play goals. And for a stretch, the Wolverines, between their DePaul games and the final game at Louisville that they won 8-2, they had a total of 1 power play goal, and that's in 5 games.
Similar to the struggles that Indiana had at the beginning of the season as well.
Quite similar, Garrett. 0 for 25, Indiana started out on the power play before getting their act together. Big collision as the boards shake and slide back and forth. Now the Wolverines on a charge. Williams has his pocket picked by Sharma in the high slot. Tries to toe drag, and it's back into the zone where Billis is able to make a save and force the puck to the corner. Chipped along the blue line and played up toward Jeremy, but just out of his reach. Will Jeremy this season leading Indiana on every single category you can imagine except for PIMS, Garrett.
Yeah, he likes to keep it clean when he's out there, and Indiana really needs him on the ice as much as possible, so good thing for that.
2-man weave. McDonald thinks about a sharp angled shot. Still holding on. 1-man circus right now. Out to the blue line. Plays it to the near side. McKay a shot. Gloved by Newhart calmly. Last time these two faced off, Indiana had 42 shots, and Michigan only had 30, but it was Michigan who came out on top 7-4. Newhart made 38 saves, Garrett.
Yeah, he was spectacular, and on the other end, we saw some very odd bounces in terms of the 7 goals that Michigan ended up scoring. Not trying to discredit them at all, but it was just an off day for Indiana.
Puck still under the legs of Myers, and an errant pass ends up on the near side. Slavin trying to give chase to Cohen, who dishes to Van der Roost. Bouncing against the boards, there's Mitchell. And now McKay does a little dipsy-do and cuts back twice before handing it to Myers. He can't dig it out, and it's pushed away from him now. Nellis tries to feed low. Persicki couldn't get his tape onto it. And it's flicked over toward McDonald on a rush. 1-on-1. He shoots, couldn't hit the target. Puck rims around and is kept in the zone. Myers sends it diagonally across. We've played 6 minutes here. Stick goes flying through the air. That's Van der Roost, who's without a twig temporarily. Cohen trying to carry it out of trouble. Castricani charges in, and now Tommy McDonald loses his stick as it's right in front of him.
A big key for Indiana here, Wex, is going to be keeping Michigan in the corners when they get deep in the zone.
Kissel picks up the puck and loose. Tried to feed it in front to Castricani, but no cigar. Stick handling in a matchbox. Back toward O'Flaherty down low. Kissel chops at it. Plays it against the boards right in front, and Newhart leans over his left leg and holds onto the puck to make the save. Well, for the Wolverines, it's been hit and miss. Sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down. Sometimes they get games like they did against Louisville, where they had 63 shots in the win. And sometimes they play like they did against Trine, where they lost 7-0 and only had 12 shots on goal the entire game. Indiana still trying to win the puck back on the attack. Instead, swiped away. Pushing forward is Mitchell. He sends the roulette wheel spinning from the near side to far, and chopped off the glass by Henry Whitliff. 13 and change to go in the first. No score for either side. Charging forward is Hawkins with some speed. He pays the price and is able to get the puck in deep. Into the corner on the near side, a yellow sweater toe picks, and it's cleared out back to Hawkins. He flubs the shot, and it slides across the blue line, where Indiana will have to circle the wagons and retreat.
Couple quick changes there on both sides as the puck was stuck in the neutral zone.
Semino, little dump off toward Chambers, his line mate. They've played together nearly every game since the start of last season, their freshman year. Knocked again back towards Semino to Michelli. His shot doesn't hit the target. Semino trying to scoop up the loose change. And eventually the puck wobbles over against the half-dashers. To Semino again. Michelli a shot. Paddled aside into the corner on the far side. Semino trying not to lose possession. Hands off to Michelli as they overlap quickly. And then Chambers ropes in behind him. Into the corner as Chambers gets washed out, and the puck flipped over toward another red sweater. Sebastian Culver carrying it forward. And the puck chipped back on toward Indiana's D and sliding dangerously through the slot. Forster turns a shot around, but couldn't hit the target. Now to the far side, Huber. Centering pass, kicked around in between some legs, and finally Billis is able to slam his hand on top of it with 11.5 to go here in the first.
Well, Wex, we've definitely had some exciting starts to games this season, but as we approach the halfway point of the first period, not a whole lot of action to report on. Both teams doing a good job keeping bodies out of the crease, and once they've gotten there, Billis and Newhart have held strong.
Indiana finally corrals the loose puck after the draw. Still on their heels in their own zone. A side door swings open, Garrett. I've never seen that before.
Oh, Lord.
Well, Matthew McKay trying to get it closed for the referees, and they can't lock it shut. It's like the wind blew it open, Garrett.
Yeah, they need to grab a spare twig and jimmy it shut. Oh, my gosh.
Well, Garrett, this could be a longer delay than we anticipated. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Nope. We've had some interesting things happen when Indiana and Michigan face off this year. Of course, the Zamboni incident and now the door incident here at Chiller North.
And it looks like they're going to call for some assistance from the maintenance crew to potentially prop it shut.
Well, now the referee's going to have a hard time getting back onto the ice if they lock him out. But it looks like they're having a spectator go over there potentially.
I don't know how safe it's going to be if they just have someone stand there, Garrett. If body weight collides against something that's not moving like that, the door's still going to come open.
They're going to have to find something to weigh it shut with, I feel. That's the only thing I could think of that could potentially solve this problem.
Well, Garrett, this wasn't in my bingo cards today. I'll be completely honest with you, and it looks like it wasn't with the officials either, as they got hands on their hips and not too thrilled with this situation. Second time in a row that these sides come together and something weird happens with the rink. If you weren't watching the broadcast, the last time these two sides met in Bloomington, Indiana, the second game, the grudge match of the two-game set at the Frank Southern Ice Arena, had to be canceled because the Zamboni broke and took a giant chunk out of the ice.
It looks like they got it now as the packed house gives a standing ovation.
So 11:21 to go in the opening frame of the first round. These two sides matched up in the second round, the semifinal last year, where Indiana prevailed 5-2. And a lot of the same faces on both of these benches, Garrett.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Same coaching staff as well. So Indiana, without further ado, cedes possession toward Michigan. Near side, quick deflection, and the puck floats over the bar. Back against that door that just swung wide open. Yanked away over toward the stick of Mogul. By the fireplace and then poked free as DiLorenzo lofts it over the bare hand of Fisher Matthews. Slid gently diagonally, and Indiana lays chase as both sides get a change. Puck goes up into the netting and flops out of play with 10 ticks under 11 minutes to play. Shots on goal 4-1 right now in favor of Michigan.
Yeah, and really it's been a generous 4 shots to 1. They haven't been super quality looks, mostly just pucks skittering out in front of the net, getting covered up by the netminders, but it's been a bit slow so far. It is a Friday, so both teams used to playing later in the evening on these Friday nights, of course.
Game taking place right behind our heads, Garrett, at the main rink here at the Chiller North. Played in close, flipped around. Huber tries to thread a shot past. McDonald chops at it, and still in the high slot as the puck wobbles free. Now a counterattack, Massing. McDonald hands it off toward Whitliff. His shot is stymied and kicked aside by Newhart. Van der Roost 9-irons the puck into no man's land, and it's stolen away by Culver. 2-on-1, Culver, toe drags. Shot blocked by a sliding McDonald, and now right in front we have a goal! Michigan slid it past the leg of Billis, and it looks like the Wolverines have drawn first blood. Now it's being waved off, Garrett. We had the goal signal. Now we've got a no goal.
Well, Leo Warner covered it with his hand before the puck crossed the line.
And as the fans next to us
it's going to be a penalty shot.
Have guessed, it will be a one-on-one.
And we saw Billis give Warner some props because now at least he has a chance to make the save. So a heads-up play right there by Warner.
Absolutely. So stepping in to take the shot is Sebastian Culver, the senior who played in the game between these two sides all the way back his freshman year before COVID. Culver had the first goal of the game on the 6th of December in 2019, and it was assisted by Jimmy Nellis. Both of these guys have had a long career behind him. Well, just as we say that, Garrett, Culver hops off the ice and onto the bench, and Azarovitz looks to be the one lining up for the shot.
It's going to be Azar against Billis here.
Number 97 on his sweater, Azarovitz, has had a strong campaign so far. 23 points on the year, 10 of which are goals. Azarovitz right-handed through the high slot. Deeks, stick handles picked aside by Billis. So we remain scoreless almost halfway through this first frame, and the penalty shot awarded to Michigan ends up still with a circle up on the board.
And what a clutch play from Leo Warner. He gave Billis a chance, and he stepped up.
Slightly surprised to not see him in the box, Garrett.
Yeah, I think the penalty shot is award enough. You don't want to give him a power play as well, so heads up play though.
Offenbach on the draw. Quick shot by the Wolverines, and it's held temporarily by Billis. Back to the point on the far side. Azarovitz chips it in and slings it to the near side corner. Nellis, who we just mentioned briefly, really pays the price trying to clear the puck. Azarovitz then tangles up with Kissel. Puck is still sliding wildly, and Azarovitz has his pocket picked. Chip up into the air, and Butterfly floating back down to the center circle before a hand pass is called with 9:46 to go in the opening frame. Now we have someone without skates out onto the ice, Garrett.
So we've got an injured Hoosier over there.
Looks to be Adam Offenbach, who is a little banged up, but skating under his own power. Garrett, do we have concussion protocol rules now for the TSCHL?
I don't know. It appears they were talking to him about something.
Well, a little oddity in the way the scheduling works for ACHA hockey. Because of COVID and the schedule for both sides, these two did not play a game against each other in the calendar years of 2020 or 2021. All three games last year between these sides came after the calendar turned over. Quick pass, zip to McDonald, into the zone. Has a man back post, jam job in front. Big save by Newhart as he whips his head around trying to find the puck now. Played to Jeremy, the points leader. McDonald can't corral that hard pass. Right on the tape, though. Back toward Jeremy, whizzing around, cuts, and flicks it to McDonald. High slot, Weixler for shot, off the bar and out. Still in play, and it's McDonald in the far corner. Whitliff trying to call for it. Down low, DiLorenzo a one-timer, swings at it, baseball bunt, scores! Will Jeremy leading the team in points, draws first blood this time. And what appears to be a power play goal scored by Indiana, 1-0 with 8:54 to go in the first period.
How about that? DiLorenzo set it up, rebound opportunity, and it was stuffed home by Jeremy. Playoff Willie.
So Indiana with the first goal of the game. and pushing forward on the attack yet again. Huber moves forward, 3-on-2 rush. Shot flops up into the air and bounces against the window. Huber gets his own loose change and punches it against the boards. Back in front of the Indiana bench, a swinging chop by Simino sends the puck sliding across, and icing is waved. Chambers right in front, backhanded pass to Michele is broken up. Cheeky little pass on toward Forstner, the grad student who has been here numerous years, Garrett. A lot of experience for him and a lot of dirt under his fingernails, if you will.
Oh, nice entry pass there. Simino just not quite expecting that one.
Intended receiver Simino got hit with the pass, looking for a post route, and hit him in the back of the shoulders. So after the puck is retrieved from the floor, 7:57 to go in period number 1. Opening goal going toward Will Jeremy, extending his lead this year. UM controls, and it's fired across by Offenbach, only to be stepped in front of by a yellow sweater. Kicker picks his head up and plays it D to D toward Williams. On toward Offenbach, who circles around. Now a little head fake and some hip action as well. Shot in is pushed aside gently by Newhart. O'Flaherty in the near side corner, back toward Kissel. Cleared out of the high slot. And again, Indiana lays chase. Off. That's O'Flaherty buzzing around. Finally corralled by Kissel.
The time on attack is just absolutely flip-flopped in this one. It was all Michigan at the start. Indiana buzzing around now.
Long stretch pass off a deflection. Icing waved. And standing up against the boards is Pizzatello. To the far side boards, there's Nels. Persicki a shot, a backhander that doesn't hit the target. 6:45 to go. Optimistic shot by Christen. Also does not force a save. Yellow sweater bundled in the corner. And Castricani emerges with the puck. Flung forward over towards Slavin. Charging into the corner and then pushing Christen head first into the glass. McDonald tripped in front of the cage. Couldn't get a one-timer going, and now the whistle's been blown. It appears the net has come off its moorings with 6 1/3 minutes to go here in the first, and Indiana up by a single tally.
Well, we've seen that happen a fair share of times this season, and no exception for the tournament as well. Everybody gets a nice little break every time the net pops off, so Indiana with a face-off and a chance to capitalize here.
Back into the action. DiLorenzo tries to flick it back toward himself. And into the near side corner it goes. Azarovitz, a big collision, stolen away by Jeremy, who's already got one tonight. Deflection into the corner. DiLorenzo turns on the burners. Christen fights him for it. And it's Christen who comes out on top. Played forward toward Emmett Mitchell. Surveys the scene from the far side. Tries to center it, and it's denied. Flicked up against the boards. Myers, gentle pass forward, and again, momentum continued in that direction to DiLorenzo. He moves through traffic, flipped up, and then banged from behind. Change in order for both sides. Castricani steals it away. 3-on-2 rush. He shoots. Pushed aside by Newhart. Stolen now over by Slavin. Circles around twice. Gets washed up against the boards, and Castricani comes in to jam it free. Williams tries to get a shot through. And now pushing the other way. Here's Schulman. Dishes to Matthews. Stick saved by Billis right in front. McDonald gets held. Puck over by Forstner. He wraps it around, and it slides right past the mouth of the net.
My goodness. Big hit by Castricani. It's going to be a penalty. He hurt himself, too.
And now McDonald gets bundled in front of us. A whole lot of chaos. Delayed penalty on. Indiana touches up, and then Billis nearly gets run. 4:40 to go here in the first period. And it will be an opportunity for the Michigan Wolverines to go on the attack. A cross-check is the call by the referee in front of us.
And Castricani's going to have to come to the box now. It looked like he hurt himself on that last play as well.
A misdemeanor penalty has been given to Castricani. Indiana clears the zone quickly with just 4 out there. Pushing forward is Forstner. Hands off to Azarovitz on the near side in the neutral zone. And again, Van der Roost plays it across. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the opening frame of the tournament for both sides. Azarovitz handles the blue line and gets it right back. Van der Roost, the circumference of the far circle. His shot bounces up into the netting above the rink, and the clock still turning with 1 minute and 22 seconds to go on this power play for the Wolverines. Garrett, we talked about the sporadic troubles they've had on the power play, and just 1 or 2 shots so far on this attack.
Yeah, absolutely. They've had a lot of possession time down low in the zone, but they've just been trying to pass back and forth, it seems like, not really getting shots off, and when they do, they've been high. Castricani just got thrown his gloves into the box as he took them off when he came to the bench.
Shots on goal, 7-7, a dead heat. Indiana trying to control the draw. Possession ceded to Azarovitz and the Wolverines. Near side chopped at. Hubert turns around on the goal line. Centering pass right in front. Kick saved by Billis. Second chance, a pile of bodies end up. No call as of yet, but it appears the puck stayed out somehow, Garrett.
Yeah, Billis was able to cover it up, and he got the whistle before a bunch of bodies went crashing into him.
The school up north controls the draw in the corner, and it's yanked free. Kicker's able to zip it across the ice. And half the power play has expired for the Wolverines thus far. Newhart gets turned around behind the cage. Stolen away by Chambers. One-timer, score! Brandenburg shorthanded. Puts a crooked number up on the board here in the first. 2-0 Indiana. And the Hoosiers keep on keeping on despite their lack of a fifth skater. 3:40 to go here in the first. 57 seconds remaining on the Castricani minor penalty. And a beautiful feed from Chambers after he went down into the dirty area and stole the puck back, Garrett.
Yeah, and really, Newhart had no idea that he came out to play the puck and Brandenburg went to the weak side. He didn't even see him, and it was an easy one-time finish.
In front of the Indiana bench, Nellis gets turned around between a linesman and an Indiana skater. Flop shot crosses the blue line. Matthews feverishly trying to get the puck back into play. Instead, he dumps into the Indiana bench.
Just 39 seconds left on the penalty here. The PK unit already +1 on the day.
Williams chops at the puck and then gets bodied by Persicki. Cohen feeds to the far side. One-timer hits a couple of trees in the forest. Matthews goes down and second baseman's the puck back into the zone. Kicker gets turned around and Offenbach slides in to help out. 3 minutes even to go here in the first. 17 minutes have elapsed. Still a dozen seconds before Indiana gets their fifth skater back onto the ice. Cohen moving around. Hands off to Pizzatello, who takes it for him, and offside is the call as the whistle blows with 2:42 to go in P1.
Indiana back even here as well, so these last couple minutes here going to be big for the Hoosiers if they can go in with a multi-goal lead. Michigan's been knocking on the door, though.
Here's a break. Castricani in. Tries a little pass between his own legs. Pushed against the boards and knocked aside thanks to Jack Glenn. He absorbs a check from Slavin. Myers with the handoff, trying to run away out of trouble. Now McDonald slides it to Castricani. Fed back to McDonald, zips across, trying to outflank the D. Thinks about a shorthander. And we are back to 5 aside. McKay moves in toward the bench, and a partial change for Indiana still on the attack. Errant pass slides across the blue line, and Glenn ends up hitting a body in front. Christen moving around. His long shot, giving everybody a chance to get subs on and off. .100 seconds remaining here in the opening frame of the 2023 TSCHL tournament. And now icing called with 90 seconds on the clock, and the score 2-0 in favor of Indiana after a Will Jeremy power play goal and a shorthander from Patrick Brandenburg.
The special teams has been on point for Indiana early on, which really they've been playing their best hockey 5-on-5 all season, so it's been great to see both sides getting into the action here. They're going to need it.
Draw to the leather side of the Michigan netminder Newhart. Showman gets stood up at his own blue line. Mitchell then gets stood up but continues the puck forward. Whitliff will circle the wagons and flick it on toward Jeremy. Circled in by Brandenburg to the far corner. Jeremy charging in. And it's punched out by Whitliff. Puck right in front. DiLorenzo has a shot. And stymied by Matthews and Newhart combining to make the save. Leo Warner not able to hold the zone for Indiana. And it's DiLorenzo now pulling it free back toward D. Under a minute to play, 48 seconds to be exact. Brandenburg gets bodied. And Sebastian Culver trying to slide around in the center circle before entering the zone. Wolverines give up possession trying to chase. And Indiana mounting a counterattack here. Floated through the air right to the open hand, the palm of Van der Roost. And again punched across. Somehow an over and back is called with 23 seconds to go in the first here, Garrett.
Yeah, they're going to line it up at center ice here. Chambers coming back to touch up. Got a piece of that puck as it was flying through, and here we go.
Face off right where we started. Azarovitz collects it in his own zone and plays it to his D partner. Culver forward. Puts his head down and mushes. Now weaving through traffic. Attempted pass pushed aside by Simoneau. Azarovitz in front. Kick saved by Billis into the corner. Now to Simoneau, who chips it lightly off the boards. And that's how the first period comes to a close. Special teams doing a special job for Indiana thus far. A crooked number up on the board. It's 2-0 after 20 minutes in favor of the Hoosiers.
Yeah, just an incredible period for Indiana. Things started out real slow in this one, Wex, but once they got going, they looked dialed in, and the defending champs off to a good start. And the shots were really even in that period at 8 apiece, if you will, and hits were 5-4 in favor of Indiana, so the bodies started to fly a little bit. It took a while for the first hit of the game, but once one of them was laid, they started coming in. So Michigan really battled back in the faceoff dot, though. Indiana was pulling away early, but the Wolverines have a slight edge in the faceoff dot, so Indiana going to have to focus on that.
Well, we will take a look at the scorers table on the far side of the ice and figure out all the assists and some of the other nitty-gritty. And we will also have on the far side of the ice an interview with Brock Huber, thanks to Andrew Gus, who's been doing the tech today. Well, until the third period, I'm Sam Wexler alongside Garrett Drake. 2-0 the score after one period. This is the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network and the 2023 Tri-State Collegiate Hockey League Playoffs, live from Columbus, Ohio.
And welcome back to the Chiller North for the beginning of period number 2 from Rink 3 in the first round of the TSCHL tournament. I'm Garrett Drake. Alongside me is Andrew Gus. And Goose, it was a story of special teams for Indiana in the first period. 2 goals, 1 shorthanded and 1 on the power play. And then also a big penalty shot stoppage by Sammy Billis after a heads-up play by Leo Warner.
Yeah, it's not every day you see the Hoosiers doing a really good job, I guess we'll say, on the odd man advantage or disadvantage. Normally it's just a weird play for them, but I guess with the playoffs it's a completely different scenario.
Michigan wins the draw, gets a quick shot in on Billis. That one was off the stick of Jack Glenn. Another centering pass gets blocked away, and another save made by Billis. A shot sent on, and he's able to kick it out of there. Man, Billis faced about 4 shots right there. And finally we get a whistle as it looks like the net came off. So 18 seconds in, already a lot of drama in the Indiana zone. Billis definitely back in the flow of the game now. Michigan with possession momentarily. Indiana quickly collapsing on the puck, and now a one-timer shot blocked down. A nice play made by Warner, but he is skating gingerly a little bit. That was a rocket sent towards Billis there, and Warner got in the way. Now in the neutral zone, Sharma plays it down low. Cohen had it momentarily. Now Kissel takes the puck away, a quick shot on. It's still out there. A couple opportunities by Kissel. Now the goalie's out of the net. And O'Flaherty carries it back up toward the blue line on the far side.
Last time Newhart went sprawling out of his net, a bad thing happened there for the Wolverines.
Little score update in the TSCHL tournament action. Ohio State leading Miami after one period, 3-1 over on the other rink. Of course, the winner of these 2 games going on right now will face each other tomorrow.
And another notable about that game is that it was 1-0 in favor of Miami for a few minutes, and then 3 unanswered goals there, and now Ohio State's got the lead. They've got 1 period left to go.
And this is going to be a penalty going against Austin Williams. They're going to get him for a cross check to the back here, and Indiana going back down shorthanded. But Goose, last time they were shorthanded, they ended up netting a goal.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's the new strategy. You try to get a penalty and just let the Hoosiers kill it off, score some more goals, right?
Austin Williams is the man sent to the box for the Hoosiers. And Brandenburg controls the faceoff, tried exiting the zone, but it's kept in by Van der Roost. Now down low they go. Van der Roost back up top. And the game clock momentarily did not start. Now it's back up and running. Azarovitz. Nice clearance made right there by Ray Myers. Brandenburg in pursuit, trying to win the race to the puck. And he sends Azarovitz into the boards. Puck pinned up against there momentarily, and now coming out with it from Michigan is Huber. Huber takes a hit right in front of us. That was Aiden Semino laying into him. Huber works his way in. They get all the way down low, and Billis makes the save. And another good clearance right there made by Myers. And this is going to be another penalty on Indiana as McKay heads to the bench. Delayed call. They're going to get McKay as he was heading back to the bench. It looks like he collided with Azarovitz. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the Wolverines here, Goose.
That's a whole minute 6, too. That's a lot of time.
It didn't look like an intense collision, really. The Indiana bench obviously frustrated with the call. But in a game that hasn't been very physical up to this point, the officials are going to notice those things. Michigan wins the draw with a 2-man advantage. Down low they go. Persicki with the puck again. He goes cross ice for Matthews. Now down low. They tried setting up a one-timer, and it's cleared by Chambers. 49 seconds remain on the first penalty, and then Indiana will still be shorthanded. Matthews gains the zone. Cohen goes across ice to Matthews. Now down low, Przicki shoots one. It's deflected up high and out of play. 16:50 on the clock.
27 left to go in that first penalty. And just for reference, the Hoosiers are more than well aware of how to defend a 5-on-3. As we saw last weekend, they killed off for 2 whole minutes a 5-on-3. No goals allowed when they were playing Indy Tech.
Indiana gets some fresh killers on the ice, and they're able to win the faceoff. And the puck clears the zone as well. Azarovitz couldn't quite catch up to it. Culver over to Azarovitz. He charges the net hard, cross-ice pass blocked away by Billis, and now the puck goes behind. Centering pass blocked away. The net is off its moorings. Billis is trying to get the attention of the official, and finally they blow the whistle. These nets got a lot of give to them, Goose. That's one thing we found out early on in this one. Indiana the beneficiary right there.
And this could be a play right here. Williams has got 2 seconds. Looks like a bull over there trying to get released out into the bullpen. Kind of like the old days. Maybe they'll win the draw and send it up to neutral ice, get him a breakaway.
He might join the kill as well. That looks like they're going to have Offenbach come on. So Williams back to the bench. Adam Offenbach onto the ice, so it's 5-on-4. Vanderroos skates all the way back. 40 seconds remaining on the Michigan power play. Nice job by Kicker gaining possession and sending it all the way down in pursuit of the puck against Vanderroos. They get tangled up. Vanderroos taken down, and now coming back into the play is Azarovitz. Huber centers one. A backhander, never really had a shot. That was Jason Schulman, the D-man. Or the forward, excuse me. Schulman taps that one into the zone. 10 seconds remaining on the penalty. And it appears Indiana's all but killed it off. And McKay out of the box as the puck enters the neutral zone. Chambers lays a hit down on Cohen right there. Billis slides over and sends that one into the corner. Kicker battling for it down there with Sharma. Now Jeremy in a race for the puck. This one's going to go all the way down. They wave off the icing. And now Przicki gains the zone. Leo Warner did a nice job filling the lane there and sending that one to the corner. That puck hits off the waist of Jeremy, and now Whitliff brings it in. Matthews wins the race for the puck behind the net against Chambers, and now DiLorenzo in a puck battle in the corner. That one goes up into the netting. 14:33 left in the second period here. The score still 2-0.
And Gio, much slower start to this period than I think the last. It's 4-1 shots right now. Michigan leads, hits only at 1 apiece, and then Michigan has won 4 out of the 6 faceoffs so far. But really the energy has kind of been a little bit slower. Also the Hoosiers were down a man the first few minutes as well. So now that we're back on 5-5, we'll see if they get going.
A shot sent on, blockered away by Newhart. That one played off the boards and into the zone by Mogul. Jack Glenn takes a hit, has possession momentarily, and now here comes Brandenburg. Indiana with numbers. It's a 3-on-2. Brandenburg charges the net. A shot sent on, goes behind. Brandy's still fighting for the puck back there. And he comes out with it. He leaves one off for Jeremy. That's tapped back to DiLorenzo. Brandenburg fans on the one-time attempt. And now here comes Sharma. He just sends one down that's paddled away by Billis into the netting. 2-0 Indiana with 13:44 left. Garrett Drake and Andrew Gus on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. The first round of the TSCHL playoffs between the defending champion Indiana Hoosiers and the Michigan Wolverines. Puck exits the zone, and it's played in by Suggs to Vanderoost. Reaching up for it was Owen Collins, but it's just out of his reach. Now here comes Tommy McDonald swooping in. Hits one up to himself, leaves it for McKay. He fans on the one-timer. Puck still loose out front, and a diving save made by Newhart. Early on, both sides, we've seen fan on some one-time opportunities.
Another notable G in the scorers box across the way from us. Konstantinos Raftis and Nano Arana, the guys doing the music and all of the score sheets today. So good step up from them. We've heard some good music so far, so definitely got to tip the caps to them, that's for sure.
Absolutely, it's probably the best crew we've had all year.
They're definitely up there.
No free shout-outs, except for the boys. Here comes Zarovich through the neutral zone. McDonald cuts him off. It looked like he was about to lay a hit, but he kind of sagged off at the end. Forstner has that one intercepted by Slavin. They run into the linesman there, and it's going to be an offsides. So we'll line it up in the neutral zone. Offenbach taking the draw against Ben Forstner, one of the captains for Michigan. Kissel down low, looking for options. He goes all the way back to kicker, but he's unable to keep it in. Huber in hot pursuit. Kicker banks one over to Offenbach. Now Simoneau backhands one all the way down behind Newhart, and possession flips. 12:17 remaining in the second period. Williams lays into a hit. Now here comes Chambers. He's got an opportunity down low, just missed kicker. It looks like he might have got a piece of it. This one goes all the way down, and icing is called. This Ox is going crazy right now, Goose. Everybody's getting into it. "12 minutes exactly left in the period. The officials discussing something. It looks like they're gonna take back the icing here and line it up at center. And now Michigan will be allowed to change. Indiana wins the draw. Chambers deflects it down low, but it's an army of maize sweaters around the puck there. Michelli rips one that's blocked away by Newhart. They got a quick turnover and a slap shot sent on by Michelli. That puck goes into the netting again, so we've got another whistle and another face-off.
And gee, I know this is only my first year around, but this definitely feels like the playoff hockey atmosphere I'm more than familiar with. A lot tighter of a game. It looks like everyone's playing as smart as they can, and it just seems like the competitiveness is top notch right now. Everyone's going all out, so great to see for both sides.
Michigan wins the draw here, and now down low, Indiana takes possession with Offenbach. Now O'Flaherty racing into the zone. Tries to brush a man off, but it's left down for Kissel. Now O'Flaherty in a puck battle in the corner. Henry Whitliff, the D-man from Minnesota, bringing the puck up for Indiana here. One of the stellar freshmen on this team. Now here comes Sharma. Sharma rips one that's blocked out front by Kicker. Michigan able to keep the puck in, and a good backhand by Kicker as that one goes all the way down. It's going to be an icing, however. Dangerous opportunity for Michigan there, so Indiana fortunate to just get that puck out for a minute. Shots on goal favor Michigan 6-5 in the period. And not that much hitting going on in this frame either. Just 2-1. And Offenbach blocked that shot, and he is down in a heap as he's finally able to get up, having some difficulty skating to the bench. Whitliff plays that one to the neutral zone. Chambers, or no, that was Kissel that got taken down right in front of the scorer's box. Now here comes Kicker. Kicker shoots one that gets blocked out front and saved by Newhart. It looks like Forstner got a piece of that.
Good job there by Offie to eat that one up right off the face-off win for Michigan. I think he took that right above the kneecap in the quad area. And that right there is grit. That's what you need in playoff hockey, blocking shots, anything you can do to help your side.
And over there, he's pacing back and forth behind the bench, trying to get feeling back in that leg probably. Centering past Simino, and they just missed him. Chambers was down low in front of the net. Now Vanderoos takes Chambers down. This is going to be a delayed penalty against Michigan here as Billis heads to the bench. And they shoot one on net and stopped away, so Indiana going back to the power play here. It's going to go against Forstner. Actually, it looks like Vanderoos is going to be the guilty party here. Number 9 on number 9 right there as Chambers draws the penalty. Indiana 1 for 1 on the power play so far. So a golden opportunity here. They win the draw. Now Jeremy skates to center. Leaves it off, DiLorenzo. Now over to Whitliff, he slaps one on, blocked away by Newhart. Michigan able to clear, and DiLorenzo chases it all the way down. He'll leave it off for Whitliff. Now they get it in the hands of their fastest skater, Jeremy. Jeremy gets all the way in, then was bumped off the puck by Matthews. Here comes Whitliff. Lost it momentarily, now finds Michele down low. McDonald back up to Whitliff. They play pitch and catch, now Tommy works in. DiLorenzo tried dragging that one behind. Fortunately for Indiana, they're able to hold the zone. Centering pass to Michele, and he just missed on the backhander. Whitliff went down low looking for him. 55 seconds remaining on the penalty as Michigan gets another clearance right there. Now Billis just whacks that one to the neutral zone. DiLorenzo leaves one off Slavin. Warner all the way across, the slapper sent out by Williams, and it's blocked away. DiLorenzo was hanging out by the net again. Now here comes Castracani, he shoots. And it goes wide.
And the Michigan Killers have done quite a nice job forcing the Hoosiers to really pick it up. I mean, the Hoosiers seem to do a great job when they're able to slow it down, and Michigan's constant pressure has been a great helping for them there. They got 10 seconds. We'll see if they get a last rush.
7:43 left in the period as the penalty set to expire here. Last chance for Indiana. Across the ice, Warner leaves it for Williams. They're able to hold the zone. 5-on-5 now. Warner shoots, and that one goes over the bar. Now down low, O'Flaherty shoots one, blocked down with the chest. O'Flaherty gets it back, and he nearly got his own rebound for a goal. Now Warner sends one on, and Slavin was screening out front. Now a couple sticks on the ice. Coming into the zone is Arovitz. Shoots one, and it's gloved down by Billis momentarily. And into the corner it goes. 6:58 remaining in the second. Still 2-0 in favor of the Hoosiers. Williams. Down behind their own net. Leo Warner whacks at that one. Dangerous opportunity there as Jack Glenn was skating in hot. Now bodies collide behind the ice, or behind the net rather. Adam Offenbach back on for his first shift after blocking that shot earlier. He gets in with Slavin. Now Myers rips one, and it's off the glove, deflected high and into the netting. Ray Myers, of course, scored his first career goal against Indiana Tech in the last game of the regular season of his freshman campaign. He was knocking on the door for a while, and he was able to get one.
Yeah, both him and Slavin, the two roommates, were talking about the ride to the rink this morning about trying to both continue their point streak. Slavin's at, I believe, 4, and Ray just got his first, so they both want to continue.
Bodies collide near the crease as there's still a Michigan player laying down over there. It was Cohen getting shoved down by McKay. Or excuse me, that was Matthew Mogul. Cohen on the ice as well. He's got the puck now. And Kissel finds Michelli. Here comes Drew into the zone. He'll banana peel back and wait for reinforcements. Now Michigan back the other direction. Matthews leaves it off. A shot sent on, goes behind the net, and it's grabbed by Brandenburg. 5:25 left in period number 2 here. And that one just sent down and taken in by Vanderoos for Michigan. Both teams getting some quick changes here. And a turnover. Kissel fans on the shot. Another one blocked away and saved by Newhart. A dangerous giveaway by Michigan, and Kissel nearly had goal number 3 for the Hoosiers.
Kissel's registered shot there goes in for number 13 in the books for period 2 so far. Still 25% left of this period to go with 5 minutes. The Wolverines only have 8 shots so far this period.
Michigan controls possession in their own zone as we reach the 3/4 mark of this period. 15 minutes played, 5 to go. McDonald backhands one. Castricani in pursuit, but the puck is taken there by Pizzatello for Michigan. Scrum in the corner. Still going on. Castricani presses a man against the glass, and Michigan has possession momentarily. A big check by Hawkins, and they're still fighting for the puck down there. Here comes Casti into the zone. Dodges the linesman. Centers one for McDonald, but it finds Whitliff. Whitliff with a shot, and it's off the shoulder up high. Just missed hitting the ceiling. And possession kept in. McDonald is going to pick up a penalty here, as they're going to get him for slashing Vanderoos in the corner. So T-Mac will head to the box, and Indiana will head to the kill. That one was pretty obvious. Not much complaining from Tommy there. Sometimes you just get caught with your hand in the cookie jar. So 3:57 left in the period. 2 minutes up on the big board for the Michigan power play. And the Indiana Killers start off giving possession to Michigan off the faceoff, and now working in is Forstner. Simino wins the puck, and Azarovitz keeps it in. Azarovitz back over, Van der Roost. They go down low to Huber. Huber sends one down low, blocked away by Billis. A couple bodies down there by the net for Michigan. Now Brock Huber, the leading goal scorer, goes down low. Just missed Forstner. Centering pass blocked away by Sim, glove down out front. And now a slapper sent on and they score! Ethan Van der Roost with the power play goal for Michigan. So Indiana goes down a man and they give up a goal to make it 2-1 with 3:18 to go. Ethan Van der Roost picks up goal number 3 on the year. So Tommy McDonald exits the box, or he's thinking about exiting.
Yeah, there's some miscommunication going on right now. I'm not really sure what seems to be the problem, but it's taken them a while to get to center ice.
And now Tommy's back on the ice himself as we're back to 5-on-5. 3:18 to go in the period. Michigan has brought it to within 1. Ethan Van der Roost picking up the power play marker. Matthews coughs that one up. Slavin was looking down low for McDonald. A bit of a miscommunication there, it looked like. Williams holds it in. Now Matthews backhands one. And kicker controls in the neutral zone. Two and a half to go here in the second frame. Indiana leading 2-1 over Michigan. First round of the 2023 TSCHL playoffs. Slavin leaves it off. Castricani back to Slavin. Looking for some reinforcements down low. He gets tangled up. Now off the boards. Williams slaps one that didn't get much airtime on it and goes into the corner. Whitliff thought about a shot. Williams will take it, and it's gloved down by Newhart. The 15th shot of the period for Indiana, just 9 on the Michigan side. Still no goals for the Hoosiers yet. As we get a break in the action here, we're going to take a look at Brock Huber, who leads the team in goals with 14. He's yet to get a tally in this one, but he's been knocking on the door, and he's been a focal point of their offense all season long. Brock Huber with the puck now as he leaves it off for Culver. Now Suggs has Huber with him. Suggs shoots, and it's off the chest of Billis. 1:45 to go. Indiana trying to escape the second period with the lead still. Forstner blows a tire at center ice, and Culver takes the puck in the zone. Offenbach leaves it off for Kissel. The senior duo works in. O'Flaherty able to keep it. Nice hustle there by O'Flaherty. 1:10 remaining now as Michigan gains possession in the zone once again. And they try to find a leak out pass. DiLorenzo's going to get there. And coming out to play the puck again is Newhart. Looks like he didn't learn his lesson from last time. Now under a minute to go. 46 seconds on the clock. Centering pass by Brandenburg. Now Jeremy has it. He'll leave one off for Ray Myers. 40 seconds. Indiana trying to formulate something at the end. Now under 30. Here comes Michigan. A shot sent on and deflected up high. That one was off the stick of Matthew Mogul. So 26.5 seconds on the clock. We've just gotten word that Ohio State was victorious over Miami. So the Buckeyes await the winner of this game tomorrow. Here's a shot sent on, blocked out front. That one was off the stick of Vanderoost, who got the tally for Michigan. Vanderoost took another whack at that. We're now under 10 seconds. Indiana just trying to escape this period. We're at 3, 2. Puck goes behind the net, and that's going to do it for the second period action as they get a whack at that one with Vanderoost at the end. Indiana concedes a power play goal, but with 20 minutes to go, they still have the lead in this one. And again, the winner of this matchup will face Ohio State tomorrow. So some big stakes on the line here, Goose. We'll be back with the intermission report in just a moment. You've been watching Indiana Hockey on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. Garrett Drake standing by with Nick Azarovitz here. And Nick, you guys trail 2-1 going into the third. However, you did cut into the deficit a little bit. You guys were buzzing around a bit in the second there. What did you see going right for you guys?
We got pucks in deep. We got pucks to the net, and we were crashing the net. We had a lot of chances. We had one off the post. So I think if we keep that up in the third, things could go our way.
Also, the TSCHL tournament, always a fun time. What is your assessment of how the season's gone for you guys up to this point?
I think we really pulled it together. In the second semester, we split with a lot of good teams, and I think anyone out here we can beat, and we're hoping to bring our best game every night.
And lastly, coming into Columbus, I bet it was a long road trip for you guys. How are the legs feeling today?
They were a little slow in the first, but they're getting moving now, and we're going to keep them moving in the third.
All right, appreciate the time, Nick. Good luck in the third. Back over to you guys.
Thank you.
Events and top flight hockey.
Of course, we got to throw in course and fire and security as we powered up the audio board at the beginning here. 20 minutes left to go in this contest between Indiana and Michigan Goose, and the Wolverines outscored Indiana 1-0 in the second. And really, they had the advantage late in that frame, got a lot of opportunities. You heard from Azarovitz during the intermission. He knew they were getting pucks down low, and they feel like it's only a matter of time before they get another key chance. And Goose, one of the things I talked with Azarovitz about is the long travel from Ann Arbor to get here. He said the legs were a bit slow in the beginning, but it appeared it was that way on both sides a little bit, but everybody's definitely warmed up now.
You're the Motley Crew, Kickstart My Heart, and you get going.
"20 minutes separate these two teams from a matchup with Ohio State, and we are underway. Indiana wins the opening draw. That one's sent all the way down by Warner, and it goes in for an icing. So Indiana going to have their backs against the wall here early. Just 10 seconds in. Well, Goose, I think I'm starting to figure out why they call it the chiller ice rink here. It's a bit cold.
Very chilly in here. You're absolutely right about that. The air circulation is not great. We're just talking about that between periods, but regardless, these guys still have 19 and a half minutes left to go of hockey.
I don't think any barn will ever be as cold as the Sports Plus. That place is hypothermia inducing. See, my face muscles are even getting cold. It's tough to get those big words out. Now through the neutral zone, Semino leaves that one off. It would have been offsides if he touched it. Jeremy backhands one in, taken by Fisher Matthews. They ring that one down. Cohen finds Persicki as he works his way in. Persicki with a shot, and it goes right into the chest of Billis. First shot on goal on either side. Second for Michigan, rather. First high-quality look, I'll say. Nels wins the draw for Michigan, and it's kept in by Vanderoost. And now out front, here comes DiLorenzo all the way in. And a save made by Newhart, and crashing into the net was Vanderoost.
The song Freebird playing in the background. DiLorenzo absolutely shot out of a cannon from the hash marks like a free bird flying down the ice, and you could tell that relationship between him and Germs, they have that connection. He fed it right to the tape. A great rush. I mean, D'Lo normally scores probably 1 out of every 2 or 3 of those, so that's a very high percentage shot for him.
Basically a penalty shot opportunity there for D'Lo. He did have a penalty shot conversion last season. That was down in Louisville. Big hit by DiLorenzo in the corner. Now Michigan able to control. Vinnie Larson. Puck kept in by Will Jeremy as Larson controls on the far side. Persicki kicks that one up, but it goes right to Luke Slavin. Now a shot sent on by Williams into the chest and deflected down into the glove of Newhart. 18:02 remaining in the third frame here. Here's a look at Grant Newhart's stats so far coming into today. He has a 3-0 record, a goals allowed average just under 2.4, and that save percentage nearing 93%. So Newhart's been solid for Michigan all year, had a shutout on top of that as well. It's always nice when you can rely on a backstop as talented as Newhart.
So far this afternoon, he's made 23 out of 25 saves.
And they score right there. Just as we were talking about Newhart, Indiana tallies one in. It looks like it might have got deflected on the way in. And it's Nick Castricani with the goal for the Hoosiers. 3-1.
Well, I stand corrected, G. I guess that's 23 out of 26.
The announcer's jinx will never get old, especially for us. So Nick Castricani with the goal, and Indiana now back up by 2. Kissel slams that one down. It's chased in by O'Flaherty, but taken back the other way by Avello Colin for Michigan. Now into the corner, a centering pass gets taken away by Ray Myers, and he's able to get it out. Yeah. As we get a bit of Drake in the middle of the action, a shot blocked away by Kissel, and it goes up into the netting. Two minutes and 59 seconds burned off the clock here in the third, and Indiana already adding on to their lead. Whitliff slaps that one, and it goes into the corner, taken by the Wolverines momentarily. Now Warner in a puck race. Mitchell bites the dust in the corner, and now he's able to get back up. Chambers leaves it for Michelli. That one gloved down by Mitchell. And a big collision behind the play as Warner and Mitchell get tangled up back there. Now at the other end, Simino. Centers one, and that one goes wide. Azarovitz dumps that one in. It's taken by Whitliff over with a backhand to Williams. Indiana with a line change. Williams carries in and sends one right into the chest of Newhart. So as mentioned, Ohio State was victorious 3-2 over Miami in the first game over on Rink 1. And Goose, the winner of this matchup, will face Ohio State at 3:30 Eastern tomorrow. Both games tomorrow taking place on Rink 2. Of course, the later games, Ohio and Louisville, and Kentucky versus Bowling Green today. Williams gets taken down from behind. Now Brandenburg slaps one up forward. It's chased in by Hawkins. And now they'll try to go to work. DiLorenzo gets all the way in. Cross ice pass just misses the net, and Pizzatello with the puck for the Maize and Blue. Cross ice, Jeremy, and what a save made. They had Jeremy open on the one-time opportunity, but Newhart got there. Hawkins lays a hip check, and the puck taken in by Chambers. Simino just misses that one, and it bounces all the way behind for an icing call.
And gee, this rink also, as cold as it is, starting to fill up with more people, although maybe not here originally for this game, as in the first period, people for the next few games, and I'm sure the Ohio State players are probably staying around seeing the outcome of this game. Pretty cool stuff.
It's always a good time here at the T tournament. 14:36 remaining. Forstner centers one over to Sebastian Culver. Now Chambers leaves it off Michelli. Chambers takes a hit in front of us and gains possession momentarily. Now here comes Cohen. Cohen scores! Avelo Cohen with a wrister that gets past Billis. And just like that, Miami back to within one. And that's the first goal of the season for the freshman D-man Avelo Cohen. So Michigan now back within one after a big time goal, 14:05 remaining in the third here. That one goes all the way down. O'Flaherty over to Offenbach. A centering pass just missed the net as Flats was posted up down there. Now he races back to the other end. Now down low, a centering pass. Still loose in front of Billis, and he's able to land on it. Some pushing and shoving ensues after the play here.
And gee, a rink like this with absolutely great lighting, very bright, must be a lot easier for a goaltender to see the puck coming towards them. This rink lighting is pretty similar to Ohio State, and after that game, remember Sammy Billman was telling us in his interview how well he was seeing the puck that game and just reading it the whole way. So I'm assuming that's the case here tonight as well. Shots of the period, the Hoosiers with 6 and the Wolverines with 5.
Backhander behind the net. Deflected up by Slavin. Now Vanderoos with a shot. It's kicked down momentarily by Sharma. Now Castricani bangs that one off the boards. race for the puck, and it's going to be an icing. Slavin was in hot pursuit, but just a tad late. Michigan controls off the draw, but quickly goes into the corner. Culver whacks at it. McDonald takes a hit, and now here comes Slavin. T-Mac heads to the bench, and Michelli now on for Indiana. Williams able to keep that one in, but Culver takes it away. Vanderroos drags through the zone. Into the near corner. Now a wraparound and a shot as he takes a hit. Austin Williams laying it on there. And now down behind the play, Castracani's still hurt. Slavin sends one on that's deflected, and Castracani gingerly skates to the bench. Now pushing and shoving going on behind the play. That one off the stick of Newhart and into the netting. So Luke Slavin appears to be pointing to the scoreboard as he skated to the bench there.
And after the Hoosiers won the first 9 faceoffs of the period, the Wolverines have won the last 2. We'll see what happens down here in the Michigan zone.
Michigan able to get the puck all the way through. However, Hawkins is there on the defense for Indiana. 12 minutes to go in this one. Hoosiers leading 3-2. That one gets all the way to Billis, and he whacks it forward. Now behind the net it goes. Nice play made by Whitliff to get the puck out of harm's way. Now Michelli spinning into the zone. He's got Azarovitz with him. Down low, O'Flaherty loses it. Persicki down low to Pizzatello. Here comes Henry Whitliff. Banana peels back. DiLorenzo got a stick on that one, so it's going to go all the way down, and now they call an icing. So Jack Hawkins will have to come back onto the ice. It looked like they signaled D'Lo deflected that one, but I guess not. A quick shot by Cohen right off the faceoff, gobbled up by Billis. It was Avelo Cohen who pulled Michigan back to within 1 with his first career goal.
Zebras are not happy. We'll try it again.
DiLorenzo fighting for possession. He goes across the ice, just missing Brandenburg. So now the Hoosiers back on defense. And this one's going to be signaled offsides. Michigan wins the draw. Matthews backhands one down low, right to McKay. McKay finds his D partner Myers. And Brandenburg lays a hit. Now Jeremy will try to take it back and gain some space. Indiana turns it over. Myers gets taken down. No call on the play, and that one hits off the side of the net. Now Myers finds DiLorenzo. They get into the zone momentarily, but quickly cut off by Huber. Now across, they find Jeremy. Jeremy shoots, and it's blocked away. A Michigan player losing his stick in the process. That was Jason Schulman fighting for his twig. Brandenburg, that one blocked right off the chest of Newhart. Offenbach backhands one over to Kicker. 9:43 to go in the game here. Michigan needing a goal to tie. Williams slams Culver into the Indiana bench. Now here comes Forstner. He'll peel back, a centering pass. Larson a shot. Billis came out a little bit to block that one. 9:15 on the clock now. That one just misses O'Flaherty, and it's going to go all the way down for an icing against Indiana. So a bit of a long shift for this group here.
This has been one of the problems for the Hoosiers the past few games, is not being able to break out the puck out of their own zone G. And that's really come to hurt them. So hopefully they can win this here and just find a way to get to center ice and get some fresh legs out there. 9 minutes left.
Shots on goal are 9-8 in favor of the Hoosiers early on in this third period. A little more than halfway through. Kissel in hot pursuit of that one, and Pizzatello finds it. Pizzatello puts on the brakes. Now centers one. Hit out of there. Nice play made by Warner. Kissel cut off Larson. And now Austin Williams fighting for the puck. Into the near corner. Pizzatello leaves it off. Nels cross ice. Larson with a shot, another rebound, and the net came off, and they just missed the equalizing goal, it looks like.
What a sprawling effort there from Sammy B, going from post to post. And I believe that was Williams down on all fours trying to just block the puck from going up to the back. I mean, this is a great play there, just trying to get his body in the line. And once again, as we said earlier, that's the playoff hockey grit you need to have, and that's what he showed right there.
Azarovitz goes down low. Here's McDonald. Slavin centers one that goes behind the net. That's Castricani in pursuit of the puck. And now we're going to get an icing against Michigan here. Two ticks under 8 minutes to go in this one. Hoosiers leading 3-2. Ohio State awaits the winner. We see some of the Louisville Cardinal skaters lined up along the glass watching the conclusion of this one. They'll face Ohio after this. Sharma loses possession, and Michigan exits the zone. Here comes Warner. Double team in pursuit, and he dumps that one in. That one bangs off the ceiling, and Mitchell takes a lick from Slavin as he heads to the bench. Both teams starting to throw some bodies a little bit here. Goose, what are the hits looking like? Of course, Michigan is led by the head man, Ryan Brown, behind the bench. Done a great job with the program. Schulman backhands one in. and Billis will just cover it up. A shot right off the draw. Puck still loose out in front. What's the signal? Billis made the save. What a play by Sammy. It looked like he ended up sitting on that puck. A couple of the Michigan players thought for sure that puck was in the back of the net. Michigan controls the faceoff once again. That one whacked down by McKay and carried in by Brandenburg. DiLorenzo backhands one in, and they're going to call Brandenburg offsides. Chambers wins the draw for the Hoosiers in neutral ice, and it's sent in by Michelli. Now Semino in the near far corner. Whacks that one towards center, but no Indiana skater in the vicinity. 6:40 on the big board here. Indiana leading 3-2. First round of the TSCHL playoffs. Culver backhands that one, and it hits high off the metal bar along the glass. Semino sends that one back down for Vanderoost. Deflection made by Michelli, and now Indiana can get some bodies in the zone. Forstner gets his stick lifted by Semino. Now working in, and Indiana able to halt that attack. Looks like Semino's losing some tape on his stick there. Man, that tape was just flying off of Sim's stick over there, Goose.
Yeah, he's a fresh TJ, that's for sure. Maybe Slick will tape it off for him mid-shift. You never know.
Somebody get the scissors over there. O'Flaherty dumps that one in on net, and it's covered up by Newhart. So a face-off coming in the Michigan zone.
You get Sim working over there, trying to like take off those loose pieces over there, just trying to make sure that thing's ready to go.
Right off the draw, Newhart forced to whack that puck out of the crease area. Whitliff forced to chase that one all the way down behind Billis. 5.5 to go in this one. Kissel tried playing one off the boards to himself, but it's quickly corralled by Tyson Suggs. Warner finds Kissel. Kissel shoots one right into the chest. Indiana hasn't really done a whole lot of picking their spots on the shots, just trying to beat Newhart right through him, it seems like.
Yeah, sadly, that's not going to work. That's not going to be the recipe. They've got to get some lower shots on net. I believe they got to skate in the zone and like set up the offense, you know. Gee, they've come across the blue line and kind of just fired at him, so they're making his job easy.
Castricani got a whack on that one, but Michigan back up the other way, moving left to right. 5 minutes even on the clock. Slavin. McDonald whacks it down to himself. Here comes T-Mac. Spinning around, leaving it for Slavin. Slavin shoots out low. McDonald gets upended as he let the shot go. No penalty called. A dangerous opportunity for Indiana there. Now here's Tommy again. Williams near the point. .420 to go. Again, Slavin unable to possess the puck there as it bounces into the corner. Kicker sends one on, but that's easily blocked away by Schulman down low. Slavin lays a hit on Schulman, and now Michelli with the puck. And finally, Newhart able to get a glove on it.
The Hoosiers' forecheck has been great, too, the last few minutes. All they got to do is keep the puck down on the other side of the ice. Don't have to score, not per se, but you got to make sure that the Wolverines don't touch the puck. And G, very likely we'll be seeing, probably within the next 2 or 3 minutes, Michigan trying to pull Newhart if they don't find a way to score before that and send an extra man out. Maybe even call a timeout.
Van der Roost backhands one, but it's kept in the zone by Myers. Ray sends it down low. Chambers was there, but now Sebastian Culver takes it the other way. Here comes Brock Huber, the leading goal scorer for Michigan. Centers one, but just out of reach of Forstner. Myers dumps that one down, and it's going to be another icing. No, they wave it off. Van der Roost corrals. Semino whacks at it. Now Huber thought about letting Larson grab the puck, but now Indiana still battling for it. Indiana with numbers as they defend a 3-on-2. A big hit laid by Hawkins, and Larson gets up. He's going to skate to the bench after that one, though, and Michigan gets a quick change. Under 3 minutes to play. Hoosiers still with a 3-2 lead. Winner facing Ohio State tomorrow. Persicki gets in, and a beautiful play made by DiLorenzo to win possession. Now D'Lo gets in the zone, sends one on net. Poked away right there by Newhart. 2:28 to go. That one kept in by Hawkins. Michigan able to exit. Jeremy sends it back down with a backhand. Persicki fighting for possession with Hawkins. Now D'Lo has Kissel with him. Kissel swooping in. Now Jeremy. He'll take it back. We're now down under 2 minutes to play in this one. You got to think Michigan's going to have to pull the netminder soon.
The problem right now is they can't get out of the zone, so that's going to be the issue, I think, at the current moment.
Kicker keeps it in the zone, and down low, it's battled for by Kissel. 1:45 left. Finally, Michigan able to get the puck up. Still no signal to the bench to pull the keeper. Minute and a half to go. A big hit, and it's going to be a penalty against Michigan here, so Indiana going to the power play. Austin Williams got leveled into the boards, and Michigan just really hurt their chances there.
Yeah, that right there, take the hit to make the play. Austin Williams might feel that one tomorrow morning. He's up skating out. It looks like he's all right, but Michigan, a minute 28 to go on the board. They're going to be in the box for 2 minutes, and they need to find a way to score a goal if they want to continue their TSCHL playoff mission.
The penalty is going to go on Jason Schulman here. So the Hoosiers up a man for the remainder of regulation. And now the Wolverines may not even be able to pull Newhart. I don't think it's worth the risk at that point, Goose, just to get to 5-on-5.
No, especially how fast the Hoosiers have moved the puck from right to left. Just moving the puck up the ice, and they've gotten out of their zone very quickly with a breakout.
O'Flaherty deflected that one, and it goes just wide of the net. Chambers gets pushed down into the boards. Indiana bench not happy about that one. He's still down, finally able to get up. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. McKay playing pitch and catch down low with Myers. Now Simino dumps it in. Newhart comes out to play the puck. Now racing up for Michigan is Cohen. Sebastian Culver works in, and that shot blocked away by McKay. Under a minute to go.
And gee, this situation for the Hoosiers, nearly a penalty kill, but you're a man up, so they should be in favor here.
And it doesn't appear Michigan has any intention of pulling the goalie here. Matthews gets run into by Williams. Now here comes Van der Roost. Nice job cutting him off made by Kicker. 21 seconds to go, a backhand shot grabbed by Billis. 20 seconds on the dot, separating Indiana from Ohio State.
And there's the Michigan timeout. We are expecting, and gee, in 20 seconds, they need a way to find a goal. They're a 5-on-4 man down right now, and you're going to have to wonder if they're going to say Newhart come to the bench and send out 5.
Yeah, especially with the face-off in the Indiana zone. You got to think they just keep him on the pine for the remainder of this one.
He is still on the ice at the current moment next to the bench door, but
the door is open. Looks like it's cracked a little bit, so we'll see what they decide to do here.
My personal feeling is that if he was getting off, he'd get off right this moment, so that's what I'm seeing, but
maybe they'll wait and see if they get possession, potentially, but at that point, Indiana can just outskate you.
Maybe they'll send him to the top of the hash marks and have him sit there. So far, shots this period, the Hoosiers have registered a total of 16, the Wolverines at 11. Hits in favor of the Hoosiers, they've got 8 of those, and the Wolverines with 6, and the face-offs are almost dead even.
Newhart and Billis resume their positions between the pipes. Officials blow their whistle, and we're ready for the final 20 seconds of action here on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network, round 1 of the 2023 TSCHL playoffs. It'll be Brock Huber against Nick Castricani in the face-off dot. Face-off controlled by Indiana. Now down into the corner. Castricani whacks at it. Slavin on the far side of the ice gets run into. Bodies hit the deck. And a shot sent on by Huber, glove down by Billis. And he makes the save. Slavin is still down over there, tangled up with somebody. So now Newhart heads to the bench for the final 6 seconds of action.
Yeah, that's a little questionable to me. I don't know why they wouldn't have done that originally, but they take him off now. So it'll be 5-on-5 here for 6.6 seconds. And the Hoosiers are going to send Castricani again. If you're Cass, all you want to do is just put this in your own corner and then send all the D-men to kind of just sit on the puck and make sure Michigan has no chance to get into the net.
Castricani gets shoved down over the puck, and with 3 seconds left, they blow the whistle as there's a dog pile over the puck. So they'll line it up again. Oh no, they got Castricani for a penalty there.
A delay of game.
Covering the puck up. So now the officials will go over to discuss. There's Williams going in too. What is going on
and
here?
They're sending everyone to the box.
Now Azarovitz goes to the box as well. So it's going to be a 4-on-4 for the final play, Goose. Or maybe they'll keep it 5-on-5. Looks like it's going to be 5s.
No, 5-on-4.
Oh yeah, 5-on-4 with the empty net.
With the empty net, yep.
Gotcha. Michigan wins the draw. Puck still loose. The clock hasn't started yet, and it's blocked by Chambers, and the Hoosiers win it. Indiana has won the game. and they move on to face Ohio State tomorrow afternoon. What a game, Goose.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe it.
Well, they made it a nail-biter at the end. It took about 4 face-offs to finally end this one. And Indiana wins it by a final score of 3-2.
And the Hoosiers move to live on another day.
Still on the hunt to defend their league championship, and they survive to see tomorrow. As the players join the handshake lines here, we'll be right back in just a moment for the post-game report. You've been watching Indiana Hockey on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network.
Welcome back to the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. Joined alongside Sammy B. Sammy, I don't know about you, but I remember the last interview we had, you said the Ohio State lighting was pretty good, and to me this looks like the same thing. You saw the puck all night. They've got 2, you and the boys, we got 3 on the board. Talk us about tonight.
Oh, it's definitely a great win. Anytime you can win your first playoff game, it's a big boost, and just yeah, obviously, well, if we lost, we'd be done. But yeah, it's always great to get the first one out of the way, and I thought we just did a great job of competing today. No matter, there was obviously a lot of times Michigan had some momentum, but we did a good job of staying with it the whole time and never giving up.
Love that. So we got a game tomorrow, 3:30 o'clock back here. We got Ohio State. Who are you going to be doing tonight with the boys? What are you going to be doing, hanging out, recovering, and making sure you're ready for tomorrow to go and get after it?
Well, word on the street is we may or may not be stopping by at the Blue Jackets Leafs game, so that would be fun, obviously. But other than that, if we don't, then just chill, rest up at the hotel, get ready for tomorrow.
You're absolutely right about that. Watch some NHL. Nothing but hockey gets hockey right. So we appreciate your time. Good win tonight, and let's come back tomorrow and see what you can do. We'll send it back to Sam Weixler on the Indiana Hockey Broadcast Network. I'm Andrew Gus back here, joined alongside Garrett Drake for the post-game show. Again, the Hoosiers 3 and the Wolverines 2. Great night to be a Hoosier. That's about all I can say. What do you have to say?
Yeah, absolutely. You know how playoff hockey gets. Last year we saw how good this Indiana team was in the T tournament, and they started off hot again this season with a 3-2 victory over a tough Michigan team that really got hot at the end of the year as well. So it was a big win for Indiana for sure.
And you're absolutely right about that. You remember the last game they played, the Wolverines won 7-4, and the Hoosiers, again, both teams not able to play the second day. But the Hoosiers coming back today in the playoffs, making a statement like that, and giving themselves, as I said earlier, another chance tomorrow, another breath, and they'll be taking on the Ohio State Buckeyes. So looking ahead to tomorrow, the Buckeyes, a team that we saw just a few weeks ago. Talk us through that. What happened there with those games?
Yeah, well, it was a Sunday game and a big game for the Hoosiers, the third of 3 on the weekend as well, and they were able to complete the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday sweep at Ohio State. So it was a big win for them, but you know the Buckeyes are ready for revenge, and it's going to be a tough one tomorrow for sure.
And they took on Miami, who was the #1 team in the league and was the highest rated team going into the national tournament for regionals in the next few weeks as well. So that was a big win for them today, a big win for the Hoosiers. So 2 big wins back-to-back. One of the teams is going to have to fall tomorrow. So we will be back tomorrow at 3:30 here at the Chiller, and we'll bring more of Indiana Hoosier hockey your way. Signing off today for Garrett Drake, for Sam Weixler, and me, Andrew Gus. We say thank you very much for watching, and have a great night.